Hello, hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Calling You to Joy podcast. I'm Sharon Svensson, Svensson Hypnosis. Are you showing up for yourself? Are you coming from a place of feeling valuable, feeling beloved, worthy, deserving? That the path and the way to really showing up for ourselves is to have the foundational beliefs where you know you count, where you feel this knowing within that you are lovable, you are likable, that my knowing is you came in pre loved, pre accepted, and pre approved. That doesn't mean that you have been met with acceptance and love and approval. If you haven't been, welcome to the human race. But if you're not showing up for yourself, that's a really unsafe feeling. If you can't trust yourself to show up for yourself, to follow wisdom, to just show up for the fears and the anxieties and judgments. So last night I had a dream, and in it I was going to this place of intense anger towards someone else. And in the little scenario of my dream, I was not taking the time to follow my wisdom. I was getting caught up in fears and anxieties. And then I did lucid dreaming. It's like, wow, this isn't how I want things to go down. I don't want to give my power over to getting all angry and self righteous and judgmental or getting just caught up and swept up in the fears. And that's what was happening in my dream. So I changed it, I turned it around. Oh, you mean I could follow what would actually work? What would actually bless me? And I want that for you so that instead of getting mad at someone or judging them, even if they deserve those wrathful feelings from you, you count. Your happiness counts. That you deserve to show up for yourself. So find yourself a nice, safe, comfortable space where you can completely let go and relax. So don't do this when you're driving or in a bathtub or near water, where you can completely let yourself go. We're going to start off taking a beautiful deep sigh breath, belly breath coming from deep within the pelvic area. And then on the exhale, just feel this freedom to relax, to let go. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the nose or the mouth, having it twice as long. So just a sigh breath. Do it noisy, do it still, quiet, but we're going for that feeling in the body of opening and letting go of the tension, the fears, the anxieties. Let me guide you to soak up beliefs that are going to help you to show up for yourself, to get more of what you desire and want, to be that cooperative component in your life. So keep taking those sigh breaths on one of the exhales. Go ahead and close your eyes. Imagine the sound of my voice drops the body. Imagine. Oh, I don't know if you hear that, but we've got either an ambulance, some kind of siren is indicating ambulance, fire engine going by. But I know that's not something I need to attend to, that I can let that go. So keep joining with that beautiful discernment. You might hear a dog barking or things happening that you really don't have to attend to. Taking that discernment and giving yourself permission to let go, to relax. Of course, if you do need to attend to it, you can come back and you can re-listen to this at a different time. Taking the sigh breaths, letting the sound in my voice relax the body, still the mind. Let me guide you into this nurturing, supportive, loving state where you can feel like the sun shining on a beautiful day, this infinite, unconditional light, this energy of total love, unconditional love, complete acceptance, this knowing that you came into this world pre-loved, pre-liked, pre-approved of, to tap into that energy beyond others, that higher power, unconditional love, whatever you might label it, God, source, benevolent and loving universe, just imagining this beautiful energy, total love, total acceptance, flooding the body. Imagining you give permission for the jaw to let go, the neck to go super heavy, super relaxed, super comfortable. This gentle, peaceful energy, maybe imagine it flooding the chest, flooding the heart, opening the heart. That the beautiful deal is when we feel worthy and deserving, when we get and we understand that it's okay. It's okay you've been human, that you've been trying to figure it out, trying to find your way. Inherently, you are good. That we judge ourselves because others have said we didn't behave right, we let them down. But truly, you're just trying to take care of yourself. Or you got caught up in the fears, the anxieties, that it is so normal as a human being, where we want to protect and keep ourselves safe. And that we all have these different patterns of freezing up, running away, or fighting. So natural, such beautiful reactions. But when we meet those fears with soothing and comfort and relief, it totally changes the scenario. When you remember and you know you didn't come to prove yourself, you didn't come to fix a broken world, so that you lift the pressures, you lift the judgments from others, where you being different, you not being the same as others or going against the flow of what others think you should be. And you remember you are lovable. You came to be you, your unique and beautiful self. And keep taking those breaths, dropping deeper and deeper, that we live in a messy, imperfect world. But feel this knowing that your support is there, your help, your guidance, that you count, that you are worth showing up for. And that could be more and more. You notice you're cold. Instead of maybe getting mad because you don't have the money to turn up the heat, look for what you do have. Maybe you have another layer you can put on, a cozy blanket. You get thirsty. To remember you count, to show up for yourself. You start to feel your head feel busy and full. Then take the time to take some centering breaths to melt away the resistance, that you are worthy, you are deserving. And feel, imagine this river of light coming from above, just flooding the body with this still energy, this light energy, this peaceful energy. Keep taking the sigh breaths, melting away the resistance, letting the body relax, let go. Let this beautiful energy freely and joyfully flow through the body, focusing on any part of the body that feels comfortable, that you count Your well being counts. You are worthy and deserving of love, of support, of abundance, of prosperity, of solutions, answers. And more, feel yourself willing to show up for yourself, to do your part, to show up for the uncomfortableness where you have the wisdom. Oh, I know it would be good for me to go outside and soak up some sun or go for a little walk. To take the time to talk yourself into it, to let go of the pressure where you don't have to have a certain time or amount that you have to do, but to just feel good about showing up for yourself. Somebody gives you a compliment. I remember years ago, people would give me compliments, and I would go to a place of, well, do they mean it? To question it. What's their agenda? Are they being authentic? And then that beautiful moment where I let it go. How would you like to feel? Would it feel good to imagine that they're sincere, to go ahead and soak up the compliment and enjoy it? And that's giving to yourself. That's showing up for yourself. That's doing what you can do, or learning from situations, learning to choose situations that are nurturing, that feel safe. I think of one client, she would get in trouble again and again during the winter because she wouldn't wear appropriate shoes. She would walk on ice. She didn't respect the shape that her body was in and what she could do, and she made stupid choices that got her in trouble, that led to injuries. Feel this willingness to remember that you count. You are not the things that were done to you. You are not the things that were said to you, that your love, your support, often it didn't get channeled in the way that you thought it should, but it is there. That there is kindness, there is support, there is your good, your support there for you more and more. It is so empowering to show up for ourselves. But we have to know. We have to know that we're valuable. You're valuable. You count. You are worthy and deserving. You're not how much money you make. You're not your body fat content. You're not how youthful you look. You're not your IQ. You do count. You're valuable. You're not your sex or your sexual orientation or your age or what you've done or what you haven't done. You're not your bank account. You are not those challenges. And feel this willingness to come back into this knowing that you count. Your health counts, your safety, your well-being, that you learn different ways from others, different ways that you tried to protect yourself, that you tried to keep yourself safe. Maybe you learned to run away. Oh, I've done that. Running away from maybe my bank statement, running away from the bills where I was afraid to look at them because I was coming from a place of fear. Let it be okay to show up for those fears, to give them the soothing and the comfort and the relief that our emotions are our guidance. They're guiding us to our wisdom. They're guiding us to the higher perspectives and higher thoughts. To let go of judging yourself for acting out of fear, lashing out at someone, coming from an angry or fearful place. Welcome to the human race. My knowing we're eternal, infinite beings, which means the story is still unfolding. You're still learning. You're still becoming and evolving. And keep taking those beautiful sigh breaths and feel every cell of your body being flooded with this beautiful feeling where you can let go, you can relax, you can feel safe, you can feel comfortable with yourself. You can be your unique and beautiful self. And what does that feel like? It's going to feel different at different times. When you're in a centered and peaceful place, you have come home to who you are because you are a joyful being. That's your default state. And when you go to the negative feelings, the feelings of being judged, the feelings of feeling rejected, they're your gift. They're your guidance to guide you to the soothing and the comfort, the higher perspectives where you remember you can't be rejected because Source, God, infinite intelligence, this unconditional love totally loves you, totally accepts you. It's this beautiful freeing space where you remember that that infinite unconditional love is there for each and every one of us so that you don't have to play God. You don't have to take responsibility for the world. And what a relief. And when we go to that connected and beautiful state, then we can do our part. We can be that cooperative component. Remembering whether it's your parents or siblings, a significant other, friends, family, neighbors, they're just human. You're just human. That they're coming from a place sometimes of anxieties and fears. So more and more like a duck in water, not taking other people's actions or moods or what they say so personally, letting it beat off you like water off a duck's back. Tapping into this energy where you feel safe, where you trust in the kindness of the universe, their support and answers and solutions. And start off just in little ways, showing up for yourself, taking the time to buy healthy foods given your budget, taking the time to have things on hand that support and nurture and bless you. Gifting yourself uplifting books or uplifting videos or materials that bring out your best, that remind you to show up for yourself because you count. Your happiness counts, your well being. Remembering, I think of different times just like walking on ice, reminding myself before I go out, you're worth taking the few minutes to put the grips on the bottoms of your shoes. You're worth taking the few minutes to add those extra layers so that when you go out into the cold, to walk your dog. You're comfortable. You feel good taking the time to make wise choices. So, for instance, you may not walk in a dark alley at 2 o'clock at night. To let it be okay that, yes, we do have limitations in this world, that we live in this place of reality, but that you count. Show up for yourself. Be that cooperative component. More and more gifting yourself the nurturing and loving and supportive and kind words that you desire, that you want. And it could be taking the time to make a healthy meal for yourself, to make a delicious meal for yourself, to go outside of your routine because you crave more intrigue or stimulation. And to say yes, I think of just normally I wouldn't have gone to this local school production, and a friend said, "Hey, I'll get you a ticket. You can come with us." And oh, that felt good just to say yes to the opportunities in your life, to go outside your comfort zone. Sometimes we feel safe just by following those routines, but listen to that inner wisdom, that inner guidance. That there's solutions for you, clarity for you, more and more as I practice these little things. I show up for myself in other ways. like taking the time to look at my bank account, to catch up with the paperwork for my business, where I remind myself I count. It feels good to be prepared. It feels good to not have to take care of everything at once. The week of doing my taxes and feel this willingness to show up for yourself, to notice the best of who you are, to notice your gifts and your talents and your abilities, to know it's not about your appearances. It's not about what you've created. Feel this willingness to know that you do count. The very first thing that you did when you came into this world is you took in a breath and then you exhaled and you gave to the plants. Just by being alive, you contribute. And keep taking those beautiful breaths, letting the sound of my voice drop the body, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. Be willing. Be willing to show up for yourself, to not make things a big deal that aren't a big deal. Oh, so many times I've gone to a place where I've started to get self-righteous and angry at something that somebody's done. And then as I take the beautiful centering breaths, whether I use my self-hypnosis technique, the calm breath or the sigh breath, it melts away those angry feelings, the self-righteousness, the negative judgments, whether it's towards myself or another. And then my sense of humor can come back. I can see things so differently. It feels so good to feel good. It feels so good to love yourself. Let's take those beautiful breaths. Oh, and then the clarity comes, and I can see, oh, this isn't such a big deal. Like maybe how my husband loads the dishwasher or a critical comment he has made. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't have to take things so personally. It feels good to show up for ourselves, to be there for yourself. And let's just take one beautiful breath. And then on the exhale, imagine. And you can keep taking those beautiful deep sigh breaths of kind of taking in that being in your life that felt judged, that felt not good enough or worthy. And imagine you take them into your heart, into this beautiful energy of nurturing and love, and let those different parts, the baby, the toddler, the little boy, little girl, the preteen, the teenager, the young person, whatever age you are right now, into your heart and have a new level of commitment to show up for yourself. It's like, I'll be there for you. You may not be there for them right away. You might forget, but that's okay. But doing your best, I'll do my best to be there for you, to show up for you, to love you. And what does love feel like? It feels soft and light and peaceful. It's a good feeling. And again, I have seen as we go to that place with my clients in hypnosis to feel the love, to feel worthy, to open themselves up, to follow their wisdom, their guidance, to give themselves permission to just be human, that they start to take care of themselves in so many different ways, whether it's eating healthy foods, whether it's taking the time to exercise, to take walks, to serve themselves by seeking out uplifting, supportive books or videos or podcasts that bless them, that guide them to a healthier, more joyful, engaging life where they don't even need boundaries anymore because They're tapping into their wisdom, where they know when to speak up, when to keep quiet, when to let things go, where they ask for the support and the help from people that can give them the support and help, where they know. So let's take a couple of more beautiful breaths. And go ahead and open up your eyes, coming back into this time and place. And every time you listen to this recording, let yourself go deeper and deeper. Let yourself just soak in this energy of love where you remember that you count, you're lovable, you're likable. And that doesn't mean everybody's going to love and like you. That's looking for love in all the wrong places. Let's go to direct and receive that beautiful energy from God, source, benevolent and loving universe, infinite, unconditional love, the joy energy, and just feel it soak into your being. Every time you do the sigh breath or the other self hypnosis technique, maybe that's one that you enjoy that you've learned from my YouTube channel, the calm breath. Let it melt the resistance and bring in the softness, the lightness, and the clarity, where it's your pleasure and joy to show up for yourself. So if it's time to come back into this time and place, go ahead and open up your eyes, taking this lighter, joyful energy into your day. If you're listening to it, when you can drop deeper and deeper, then just go deeper and deeper into this beautiful healing state where you let go, where you release the resistance, let go of the limiting ideas or sabotaging beliefs. We ask that wonderful part of you, the subconscious mind and the higher self, to work together, to delete old programming that no longer serves you, to give you that higher perspective, the knowledge, the wisdom that's needed so that you can show up for yourself. You are lovable. You are lovable. You are lovable. All right. Thank you for joining in on our weekly Sunday hypnosis session. Be sure to join me next week. If you'd like to explore more of what I offer, go to my website, svensonhypnosis.com. You can join my newsletter community. I give you a little welcome gift, and each week you get a joy message and the latest YouTube videos that I've posted, links to those. And then I give a reminder for this live session on Sundays and let you know about my latest offerings and give special offerings to the newsletter community and the different events coming up. So thank you, blessings, and love.